Hello. In this video, we're going to go through both Learning Target 6.2.4 and 6.3.4, which is talking about special right triangles. So if you could write this up at the top of your notes, this is the learning target, or these are the two learning targets that we're going to be talking about. And for special right triangles, these are very specific types of right triangles where we don't have to use SOHCAHTOA to solve them because they have special relationships. And so if you can recognize these special right triangles, you can skip like all of the steps of SOHCAHTOA, and instead of doing that, just kind of like use a shortcut. And we love shortcuts. So the first thing that you're going to need to be able to do is identify when you are looking at a special right triangle. And there are two. There's a 45-45-90 and a 30-60-90. So when you notice that you have angles of 45 degrees in your right triangle, or 30 and 60, these are your two types where you should think, oh hey, I can skip SOHCAHTOA and do this instead. And so I want you to draw a quick sketch of each of these types of triangles. So draw a 45-45-90 and then draw a 30-60-90. Feel free to pause it if you need the time. And then we're going to fill in these notes, and you're going to need to write these on your own, so feel free to pause it as I go so that you can catch up, because I have some stuff typed to help me, and you'll need to write out all the words. So for a 45-45-90, we want to take into account the fact that this is an isosceles triangle because my angles are the same. And so what we start to do is the relationship is these two sides are going to be equal because these angles are equal. And so we're going to label both of these X, just representing that that's a side length and those are equal. So we're going to label X for the sides opposite the 45-degree angles. And I'm going to put in parentheses, this is the smallest angle. And in our case, we have two of them, so they end up being the same. So the smallest angles get labeled X. And then across from the right angle, so the only one that's left, this is going to be labeled the square root of 2x. So the hypotenuse for a 45-45-90 is bigger than the two sides, and it's represented by the square root of 2x. So if you know that this side is 2, then this side will also be 2, and this side will be whatever 2 times the square root of 2 is. So label square root of 2x for the sides opposite the right angle. So that is a 45-45-90. So instead of using SOHCAHTOA to figure out these sides, we can actually just use this relationship. So now a 30-60-90 is a little bit different because they have different angles. And the smallest angle is the 30, and across from that one, we're going to label that side X. So we're going to label X for the side opposite the 30-degree angle. And again, that's our smallest angle. And so that is the same as the 45 degrees. So across from the smallest angle is X. Across from the smallest angle is X. Then our hypotenuse is going to be 2x. So label 2x for the side opposite the right angle. So this side is twice as big as the one across from the 30. And then across from the 60 is going to be the square root of 3x. And this is just going to be, like, these relationships are just going to be something that you need to memorize. So you're going to have to be able to remember this relationship and remember this relationship. so that you can save yourself some time and save yourself some work to not have to use SOHCAHTOA. So if you need to pause it to make sure you have all this written down, please do so, but we're going to go through an example. So the 2.0 level, I'm going to label this is 6.2.4, is just to be able to label the special right triangles. So just writing the x's, square root of x's, those things. And so 45, 45, 90, remember that those ones, they have the same angle across from the 45, which is the smallest angle, so that's side x. Across from the other 45 is x. And then our hypotenuse, so across from the right angle, is the square root of 2x. Now I think this one's a little bit easier to do. The only tricky thing is remembering that the hypotenuse has that square root of 2x. The 30, 60, 90 is a little bit harder, so I always go in this order. I always start with across from the 30, that's the smallest side, so that's just my x. Then I do across from the hypotenuse, which is 2x. And then I remember the last one I have left is the square root of 3x. So why don't you go ahead and label these two triangles. So give these a sketch on your paper. Go ahead and try to label them without looking at the ones we just did. Maybe put a piece of paper over it. And then unpause the video when you're done to see the answers. So here are the answers. And one of my tricks that I kind of remember is the square root of 3 goes with the 30, 60, 90 because we have three different angle measures. And the square root of 2 goes with the 45, 45, 90 because we only have two different angle measures. Two different ones. So maybe that'll help you. Otherwise, I just recommend like drawing this picture over and over again until you make sure you have these relationships memorized. So that's the 2.0 level, but the 3.0 level is what we're really concerned about, which is actually using this to solve problems. So let's do that. So the first thing that I want to do when actually solving and finding missing sides, so this says like solve for each missing side length, is I want to go ahead and label. That's why labeling is so important. So for my 45, 45, 90, I know that across from the 45s are just x. And if there's a number there, I'm going to write equals. So x equals. This one is also x. And then since there's only two different angle measures, this is the square root of 2x. And so now, whichever one of these they give you, you want to solve that equation and use that answer to plug it into your others. This one is the nicest one that they can give you because it just tells me x equals 8. So I don't have to solve anything. I just need to plug it into my other two. So this one is easy because this is also just x, so this side is also 8. And this side I'm going to have to do a little bit of solving. So I'm going to plug 8 in for x. So I'm going to have square root of 2 times 8. And you're going to have to use your calculator, the Google calculator, to do the square root of 2 times 8. Make sure you close your parentheses or it's going to try to do the square root of 16, which is not what we want. So we get 11.3. You can round to 1 decimal. And that's what the side length is. So now this one is a little bit harder because when I go to label it, so this side is x, this side is also x, and then this one is the square root of 2x. Now here, I can't figure out these until I know what x is. So I need to do a little bit of solving. And if this was just a 2, so if this just said like 5 equals 2x, we know that to get rid of the 2, we would divide both sides. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to divide both sides by the square root of 2. and we get 3.5 equals x. And so now I can put that for both of these sides because these are just x's. So this side is 3.5, and so is this one. So now I want you to draw these two problems on your paper, pause the video and do them on your own, and then unpause to see the answers. Alright, here are the answers. So over here you should get these two sides are 9, and then this one's 12.7. Over here we have the hypotenuse was 16. I needed to divide by the square root of 2 to get that the two sides that are x are 11.3. So now let's do a couple with the 30, 60, 90. So if you need to draw these on your paper, you can pause it and draw them, or you can draw them as we go. But again, our first step is going to be to label every side and make sure you put equals if it's a side they give you. So for 30, 60, 90, across from the 30 is our smallest side, which means it's just x. So over here is x. And I'm going to put equals because I know what that is. Then across from the right angle, the hypotenuse is 2x. And across from the 60 is the square root of 3x. And sometimes if I'm doing a lot of problems at once, I'll go through and I'll label all of them just so I am in the habit of doing it right at once and I don't have to rethink about it. So over here across from the 30, x, 2x, square root of 3x. Over here, across from 30 is x, across from the right angle is 2x, and across from the 60 is the square root of 3x. So now I can go ahead and start solving. And I'm going to switch colors just so it doesn't get confusing. So over here, I know that x is 2. So I can just plug that into each of these formulas. So over here, I'm going to get 2 times 2, which is just 4. And over here, I'm going to get the square root of 3 times 2, which I'll need to use my calculator for. $3.5, let's round this to 3.5. And so now we have our three sides. So if you're given x, you just need to plug it into your formulas, and then you'll get your new answers. So this side is 4, and this side is 3.5. So now over here, let's say we're given 2x. So we need to actually solve this equation to be able to get what x is, because I can't do anything with these two until I know what x is. So to solve this one, I just need to divide both sides by 2 to get that x is 12. And so that helps me a lot for this side because this just is x, so this side's 12. But over here, I need to actually plug it in. So the square root of 3 times 12. So 20.8, we got to round that up, is that side. And the very last type that you'll see is if they give you the square root of 3x, and again, you just need to solve it before you can do anything over here. So solving it for this one means dividing both sides by the square root of 3. So 15 divided by the square root of 3 is 8.7. So again, that helps us a lot for the x side. So this is just 8.7. And over here, I just need to do 2 times 8.7. To get me 17.4. If you wanted to be more accurate, you could take this big decimal and multiply by 2, but rounding it is fine. So 17.4. So now I want you to draw these two, do them on your own, and then come back to see the answers. And there are your answers. Thanks, everyone.